Hello there, and welcome to yet another episode of Regular Beer Reviews, where regular doesn't refer to the beers being reviewed, but to the reviewer, myself. I'm Jesse, and today I'm going to be doing a beer that I've never had before. This one is from Magic Hat, who I love. This is a fall seasonal they've done this year. It's a pumpkin ale called the Wilhelm Scream Pumpkin Ale, and I love the artwork on the front of that. He's singing into a microphone, which... pretty sweet. Or screaming into a microphone, should I say. I don't know if he's singing or not. But anyway, let's get into the numbers on this beer. Beer Advocate gives it an 80, which is good, and that's with 264 ratings. The Bros, unfortunately, have not had this beer, but Rate Beer gives it a 46 overall with a 53 for the style. It has an ABV of 5.4%. The availability is fall, and the style is a pumpkin ale. I'm not sure what the IBUs are on it, though. But if you didn't know, Magic Hat, that's the Magic Hat Brewing Company out of South Burlington, Vermont. And here's a quick description from Rate Beer. It says, "The call from fall. A nicely spiced ale balanced with hints of pumpkin, cinnamon, nutmeg, and caramel malts." So, yeah, I'm excited to try this beer. Love the artwork on it. Magic Hat always has some pretty badass artwork, so this one looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and get this cracked open. See what we got in here. Oh shit, you know what? I just cracked it open. I did not read the script. Oh, no, I did. It's I read the script already. Sorry. Don't know what I'm thinking. No, what I meant was I didn't read this. And if you've ever seen me do a Magic Hat review, I always read it. It says the same thing on every bottle of beer that they do, no matter if it's a seasonal or one of their regular beers or what. It always says the same thing, but I'm going to read this one anyway. It says, "The ancient ritual of brewing a distinctly rich and flavorful beer is a performance to behold. Our mysterious melange of time-honored ingredients harmonize with chaotic chemistry, humble patience, and blind faith to create this unique beer to share in the rousing company of kindred spirits. Cheers." So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get this poured, see how it looks. I don't know why I was thinking I didn't read it. I guess because it was just such a short description, but Magic Hat, that's something I always love. It says the same thing on every single bottle of Magic Hat. It doesn't, and they do so many beers. Like they do a seasonal, I'd say they're up to par with Sam Adams as far as the number of beers they produce. They produce so many new beers. They're always experimenting. They're always coming out with new stuff. And they do so many different, they do a seasonal, you can always count on a seasonal variety pack from Magic Hat, just like Sam Adams, and it's always going to have some new beers you've never seen before. And, I love that. Variety is something the people at Magic Hat are certainly not scared of. So, anyway, let's go on ahead and get an appearance on this beer. It is a nice, I'd say, amber, maybe light amber, good reddish tints coming through. I'd say moderate carbonation, lightly heavy carbonation coming up. A lot of bubbles. For a lot of bubbles, though, I'm not seeing a huge head. There was maybe half a finger. It's dissipated down to nothing. Just some frothy patches on top. This is like one of the darker pumpkin beers that I've seen. This is really, really dark for a pumpkin beer, pumpkin ale. But it's looking pretty good, so let's go on ahead and get a nose on this. Oh, now this is interesting, because I'm definitely spelling all the normal characteristics that you would associate with a pumpkin ale, a fall beer. I'm smelling the nutmeg, cinnamon, the cloves, the allspice. I'm smelling the pumpkin, but the malts are darker, deeper, they're roastier. I'm getting, of course, the toffee and the caramel, and I'm getting slightest hints of coffee. I'm getting dark fruit, like figs, prunes. It smells dry, but at the same time sweet. It smells almost like a rye bread or something. It smells almost like rye. It smells like there might be, which I doubt there is, but it smells like rye or something, like there'd be rye in there. Not really picking up any hops. This definitely smells like a great dessert beer, so let's go on ahead and jump into this and see what the flavor is all about. That's good. That's really good. It's robust. It's extremely flavorful. First up, I get hit with those malts. They're really rounded. I get the caramel. I get, again, toffee, and I'm tasting almost what I'm smelling. Slightest bit of like coffee, like a burnt roasted, that malt, burnt roasted barley. It's sweet in flavor, but not quite as sweet as on the smell. But this is probably one of the with the same flavors that I taste in other pumpkin beers. This is a little more complex. It's heavier on like the nutmeg, the allspice, the cloves. Cinnamon's a little lighter. Excuse me. And hops, I'm definitely picking up kind of a dry hop in this. At the end, and I'm getting some bitterness. I'm getting, I wouldn't necessarily contribute it to the darker malts. Sorry, I wouldn't contribute it to the darker malts. I'd say this. I can definitely taste the hops a little bit. It's nice. It's robust. This is a pretty tasty beer. This is probably one of the better pumpkin beers I've had. This is a good beer. Not only is it darker, deeper in color, and the malts are a little more dark, more roasty and robust than you would see in the average pumpkin beer. Has a thicker mouthfeel. This is a really, really good beer. It's similar to like a red ale or something. I would say it's definitely not that style. It's definitely a pumpkin ale, but I contribute it to again like a red ale or something, and the complexity of the malts and the spices in this beer, actually, as opposed to most pumpkin beers where the malts take a back seat to the spices take a back seat to malts in this, and the malts are up front again. Caramel, and toffee, and slightest hint of just a nice roasty, robust malt. Maybe a little bit of yeastiness, but it's not bready or anything in any way. But there's something kind of thick about the flavor. And it's got a thick mouthfeel for this style of beer too. It's not too thick, but it's nice, man. It's really, really nice. I'd say it's a bit of a twist on the average pumpkin beer that you would have. I like this. It's a really, really good pumpkin ale. I'd say pick it up. I say try it, and I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. This is a really, really good beer. If you see this, definitely pick it up. Don't just pick it up for the badass artwork on the bottle. Pick it up because it is good, man. This is pretty good, and it's, again, if you like pumpkin ales, this kind of goes off the beaten track of the average pumpkin ale that I've had. This is a little darker. It's a little roastier. It's a little toastier, and it's pretty nice. This is a pretty good beer. So again, 8 out of 10 for Wilhelm Scream Pumpkin Ale from Magic Hat. It's a very good beer. It's a little different, and it's very good. So thank you for watching, and keep watching again in the future for more reviews. Prost.